Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing a different video. I'm going to be doing a more personal video, and it's going to be a draw my life video. So I hope you guys enjoy and love what I have to share with the world. So it all started on July 3rd, 1996, and I was born in Ukraine, and if you guys don't know where that is, it is in Europe and is near Russia. This is like the Russia border, and I was born in Kherson, which is near the Black Sea. So I was born to my mom that is named Olga, and then to my dad that is named Dan. To my dad that was named Vadim. That was my stepdad. And with the same house lived my grandma Gala, and I was really close with her as a child, so sorry, Mom. And to my great-grandma that was named Zena. So my dad actually traveled a lot, so he wasn't in the picture that much. And my mom actually had to work a lot, but I was a really sick baby, and she actually had to stick a needle up my butt one time, so thanks, Mom, for that. But so I saw my mom more than I should have, actually, because I was sick a lot. So when I was about 3.5 years old, my mom and my dad actually divorced. And that turned out for the better, because when I was 4.5, my mom, and this time I'm going to get the name right, married my stepdad, Daniel, and we actually moved to the United States of America. And with my dad, Daniel, came my older sister, Sarah, or in this case, my stepsister. And she was evil and manipulative, and no, actually, I was the evil one. And her smile is crooked, so sorry, Sarah. So I don't remember much, but I don't remember much about kindergarten. I remember that I took ESOL, and I remember I had to take it all the way until 8th grade, actually. So my English was nada, and I loved cats. Loved them. I remember that. I was an animal lover. During this time, my best friend Jamie actually moved in right next door. And we became really close friends. We had sleepovers and we danced and we sang and we traded makeup, and we became best friends. And we actually took up gymnastics. We actually took up gymnastics together as well. So in first grade, I don't remember much about first grade, but I remember I loved school in first grade. I had my first crush. I loved gymnastics. I loved my friends, loved my family. All that good stuff. But I was a really bad child, you guys. Like, don't get me wrong. I was the devil in disguise, and I look more like a bunny. And this is like, ha. But I would lie and steal and break my sister's toys and all that bad stuff. Anyway, so in the end of first grade, my mom told me that we were moving, and me and Jamie were really upset because she was moving too. But fear not, you guys, because we only moved 10 minutes away. And I am not lying. We moved 10 minutes away without even planning on it. Fate loved us. So second grade. I don't remember much about second grade. I remember that my cat, Sylvic, died, and this looks more like a dog. So, Sylvic, if you're watching this in heaven, I'm sorry. I was bullied because my English was, again, nada. And it got bad that my mom had to take me out and put me in an open daycare center in my school that was named Kids Co. And here is where that my story began, because I made many, many new friends that I had no idea even existed. I loved it. I loved them. My best friend Lisa moved, and to this day, me and Lisa are still the best of friends. I met my best friend Caitlin outside of school, and we did everything together, watch DVDs, play, you name it. And I also lost my first kiss at a very, very young age to one of the most popular guys in school. So, thank you, second grade. So third grade came along, and me, Caitlin, and Lisa were all best friends, and we actually had a really wild imagination, and we would pretend we were superheroes and had these powers of fire and water and air, and it was awesome, and I loved it, and we were best friends. And so I actually took up the violin with one of my other friends, Navjot, and this is going to be a very badly drawn, what is that, you guys? And let's see, third grade came along, and I actually did the school talent show by singing, and I actually thought I was all amazing, and because not many people was able to sing in the school talent show, but I was, and I was awesome, and I was happy, which I really wasn't that bad, but we'll see. And that's all much I remember about third grade. So fourth grade came along, and in the beginning of fourth grade, my best friend Jamie actually had to move away to Florida, and I was really upset. And here's the very badly drawn Florida. Florida, I apologize. But in fourth grade, this really cute boy named Joshua came to my school, and I loved him, and so did all the other girls. But me and him actually were pretty good friends, surprisingly. And he was actually best friends with the guy that stole my kiss too, which was also a surprise. Yeah. I actually did a school talent show again, but this time instead of doing a ballet song, I actually enrolled in a dance company in my school, and I actually went with my best friend Lisa, which was pretty awesome. So we got really close to that too, and I actually discovered I loved to dance. I also was enrolled in Girl Scouts too, and I think this was like my second year, I'm pretty sure, and I loved that too. But in the end of fourth grade, my dad had to move again for my older sister, and me and Lisa and Caitlin went bye-bye. So in fifth grade, I quit gymnastics, I quit the violin, but I actually took up dance, which was awesome. And I also quit Girl Scouts too. So fifth grade, I actually met one of my best friends, Sarah, and this is going to be a really quick summary of how my fifth grade happened, you guys. This was how it went. Me and Sarah were best friends. A new girl, Ariel, came. She stole Sarah away from me because she wanted it all to herself, which I still don't get. Then I made friends with these two other girls named Trista and also Sarah, and I'm just going for a second Sarah. And then Ariel stole Trista away from me and second Sarah. So then me and second Sarah became best friends. And then second Sarah, first Sarah, and Trista all was absent one day, and me and Ariel had to work on a project, and we became best friends just in time because second Sarah actually moved away. So then in the end, me, Ariel, first Sarah, and Trista actually was all really close friends. But in the end, that did not matter because they all went to different schools. So in middle school, I was all alone. So, sixth grade. How do I begin sixth grade? I met a few friends that I would sit at lunch table with, which was okay because, you know, no one wants to sit alone by the lunch. And it was okay. My little sister, actually, Samantha, was born at December 15th, and she was a little devil child more than me, and that's her little horns and her little spear, and I swear to God. Sixth grade, a boy actually also asked me out, and my response to that was, what? And wait. And wait. My legit response, you guys. We also got my cat, Sylvester. And Sylvester, since you're not in heaven yet, I apologize. I fail at drawing cats. And sixth grade overall was okay. I give it like a B. Oh, and I actually also started playing the flute, you guys, which labeled me as band geek. Sorry. So 7th grade came along, and I was okay for 7th grade. But all my friends that I made in 6th grade turned their backs on me. A nasty rumor happened that I liked this boy when I didn't, and it was embarrassing, and that's me with my rosy cheeks. But I did meet my best friend Monica in science class because we had to work on a project together, which I was actually really like upset about at first, but me and her actually became the best of friends. So in the summer of 7th grade, I actually went to Ukraine by myself for the first time, and I stayed for about a month and a half to about, no, a month and a half, yeah, to about a month. I don't know, that was backwards, sorry. And I loved it. I actually realized that I loved to travel around this time. So that basically was my 7th grade. So 8th grade came along, and I still had a positive outlook for 7th grade. I made some really close friends, and those were the people I was seeing at lunch with. But I started to get bullied in 8th grade by this girl, and she would call me these awful, awful names. She would call me the prick and dick and that word and all these awful, awful words, and it really lowered my self-esteem. But I met my best friend in 8th grade, Elizabeth, and me and her became best friends. We had almost every class together. We sat by each other almost in every class, and we legit became best friends. And she also introduced me to the Vampire Diaries. So you go, Elizabeth. So in the summer of 8th grade, I actually went to Ukraine for the entire summer. And it was so awesome, and I loved it. And I was like, you know what? I want to travel for the rest of my life. But in 8th grade, my parents told me we were moving yet again for my dad's job. So here comes 9th grade. And I was really worried about 9th grade because I was going to get bullied. But the exact opposite happened. I made loads and loads and loads of friends. And I can't even draw all of them. So I'm sorry, you guys, that you look like Scribble Scrabble. I still played the flute. I stopped taking dance just because it was just so much work for me. It was like overload. I really started to get into anime, actually, and I loved anime. And that is how Anime Lover actually came. My YouTube channel first was an Anime Lover, and it was the Anime Lover 1, 2, 3. So I loved 9th grade. It was one of the best years of my life, but my dad lost his job, and we came back to Baltimore for 10th grade. 10th grade, I still played the flute. I was really nervous. I still had my cat and all that. And I remember I basically sat at this table with just a bunch of random girls. I made friends with some of my other classes, which were okay, but none of them were in my class. In my lunch, I mean. But this girl actually moved away to a different table, and me being me, I followed her. And that, you guys, is when my world brightened. I'm legit, you guys, it was like fate or something. I was actually playing my iPod in the beginning of the band room, and I was playing, you guessed it, Ninja Saga. And a girl came up to me and asked, what am I playing? And I said Ninja Saga, and she was like, I love Ninja Saga. And I said, really? I'm like, me too. And this girl's name was Emily. And we became the best of friends. Still are. So, Emily, I love you. So, 11th grade. I can't even describe 11th grade. I actually met one of my best friends, Raven. To this day, we're still best friends. I met my best friend, Sam, and we are also best friends. Still in best friends with Emily, and just a bunch of other people that I love. 11th grade, I loved. Up until about March. And then, starting in January, I actually went out with this guy. And I actually liked him, and he liked me, which was awesome. And we became boyfriend and girlfriend. And starting March, that's when everything turned to pieces. He would actually get really jealous that I was hanging out with my friends a lot. So in March, I called it off 2 weeks before prom, which I know sucks, but I could not take it anymore. I was just so mad. But he, on the phone, when I broke up with him, basically called me a slut. He called me a prick. Wrote a letter explaining what a bad girlfriend I was. Proceeded to ask my Sam and Raven to prom. And when he called me a pig, I just flipped him off, and we haven't talked since. during this time as well, my parents actually divorced as well. It was just all coming down on me. It was school and this and that. And that, you guys, is when I finally cracked down and I made my channel, Live While You're Young. So the summer of 11th grade, I actually went to see my first, oh, I was actually my second, but I went to see my first One Direction concert, which was awesome. If you guys ever get the opportunity to go and see them because they're awesome. I went to Hershey Park a lot with my friends, and I actually went to Ocean City with Sam, which is awesome, and just a bunch of fun things. So 12th grade came along, and I have just adored 12th grade. There's been no drama, which I've been loving, and I spelled drama wrong. I made new friends. I have you guys. I actually went to upstate New York for the second time. I went with 11th grade as well, and I went with Sam, and I went skiing, and this is my ballet drawn skis, so I'm sorry. I actually went to an Imagine Dragon concert with Emily and Raven. Gosh, I've done so much amazing things in my life. And it actually started in 11th grade when I got my first job because of that. And because of that, I was able to do so many things. So thank you, Michaels, for giving me this opportunity, even though I don't really like it that much. But you know what? It's okay. I honestly love my life. I have the best mom I could ever ask for. And she's come out so much stronger since everything. We have our own apartment now. I still see my dad and everything, but me and my mom is just the closest. I have the best friends in the world that I could ever ask for. And everyone accepts me for me, which I'm also really thankful for. But, so I just want to say I love you guys. And thank you, because when everything was crashing down around me, it seemed, you guys were there to pick it up. So thank you, YouTube, because I've been enjoying 10th grade all the more. So bye, and I'll see you soon, you guys. Later, you guys.